Sometimes we waste our time reaching for the mouse now and then. Using keyboard shortcuts will help you to speed up your work. Today we are going to learn 15 amazing shortcuts of Adobe XD you are not using. By learning these shortcuts, and the most important, using them will save your time and it will increase your productivity. After watching this video, you will have more time to focus on creativity. Now let's start with a skill every designer wants to know. Number 1. Copy and paste style. We often need to reuse styles of element while designing mobile and website applications. For example, I want to use this gradient for my button, and if you try to pick that using eyedropper, it will pick only solid color. Now what to do? A simple trick is select source element. Now this is inside the group, so hold Ctrl and click, then press Ctrl C, and select target element and press Ctrl Alt V. This will paste style of source element on selected elements, or even you can paste on multiple selected elements. Number 2. Alignment shortcuts. Alignment is one of designing principles for designers. We frequently need to align elements to each other with artboard. Normally we select the element and go to extreme right corner of the application and click the desired alignment, right? Instead of that, just press Ctrl Command C for horizontal center and Ctrl Command M for vertical center, and align to the top of artboard or element, use Ctrl Command up arrow key. Number 3. Hide and lock layers. Sometimes we need to hide or lock layers. For example, I want to select these icons, and when I try to do that, it selects background also. So use Ctrl L to lock background, and same shortcut key for unlock, and use Ctrl comma to toggle between hide and unhide. To distribute available space equally among the selected elements, use Ctrl Command H for horizontal distribution and use Ctrl Command V for vertical distribution. Number 4. Artboard shortcuts. Press A to create new artboard. You can drag to create new custom size artboard or select from the predefined list. To duplicate artboard, press Ctrl D. Some shortcuts you already know, like Ctrl plus equal to for zoom in and Ctrl plus minus for zoom out. But what if you want to zoom to selected elements? Then just press Ctrl 3. Ctrl 0 is to fit to window and Ctrl 1 is used for actual size. To toggle between show and hide grid, use Ctrl apostrophe, and for columns use Ctrl Shift apostrophe. And for full screen preview, instead of clicking on play button, use Ctrl Enter, and to exit press escape. Number 5. Opacity shortcut. We often need to change opacity of elements. We can use this slider to change opacity, but again it takes time to get desired opacity. The best way is to use numbers. For example, 1 for 10% opacity, 2 for 20% opacity, and 3 for 30% opacity, and so on. If you need to add odd number, then type that number. For example, 36 will be 36%. Number 6. Polygon shortcut. Polygon tool is used to create different shapes like hexagon, star, etc. Press Y for polygon, and while dragging, don't release your mouse button and use up and down arrow key to increase and decrease size. And use left and right arrow for inset. Drag this circle for rounded corners. And one bonus tip, that is write less than 3 inside the corner count, then press enter and see the magic. This will convert your polygon into heart shape. We can use this shape as a favorite icon. Number 7. Rectangle shortcuts. This is the most used tool for create buttons, banners, cards, etc. Press R for rectangle. When you hover the artboard, you can see the big line. This is the center of artboard. Hold Alt plus Shift to draw a square and drag any corner towards the center to make all corners rounded. Hold Alt plus drag any corner to make rounded from one side. What if I want to change width or height? You can do that by using Property Inspector, but we have shortcut for that. Use Command plus left arrow to reduce the size of rectangle by 1 pixel and Command right arrow to increase. Hold Shift if you want to increase size by 10 pixel, or if you have grid, then it will increase or decrease size by square size. To measure distance between artboard and the element, hold Alt key and roll mouse over on the rectangle. And to measure the distance between two objects, roll over your mouse on another element. Number 8. Duplicate shortcut. We often need to copy elements. When we use Ctrl+C to copy, it will hold that object in a memory, so big elements may slow down your working process. So use Ctrl+D or hold Alt and drag to duplicate. Number 9. Change stacking order. When we draw or create new element, it will stack on previous one, but if you want to change order, then use Ctrl left bracket to send backward. Ctrl Shift left bracket send to back of all layers. Number 10. Repeat grid shortcut. Select element and press Ctrl R to repeat. And the main difference between duplicate and repeat grid is duplicate are individual elements, and in repeat grid, when you change one element style, it will affect on all others. Number 11. Text shortcuts. To exit from text, use Ctrl Enter. You can increase text size by dragging circle downwards, or use Ctrl Shift greater than sign to increase and Ctrl Shift less than sign to reduce the size of text. Use Ctrl+B for bold and Ctrl+I for italic. Number 12. Pathfinder. We often need to add, cut, intersect shapes to create icons and vector illustrations, and for that we use Pathfinder options from Property Inspector. Instead of that, you can use shortcuts. For example, to cut, use Ctrl+Alt+S. To add, use Ctrl+Alt+U. For intersect, use Ctrl+Alt+I. And for exclude, use Ctrl+Alt+X. And to convert selected element or text into path, use Ctrl+8. Number 13. Adding elements to assets. Assets are used to manage your design system. Styles added here can be used to control style of your entire design. To add color into asset, use Ctrl+Shift+C. To add text into character style, use Ctrl+Shift+T. To convert any element into component, use Ctrl+K. Number 14. Mask shortcuts. We need mask to show or hide some part of image. To apply mask, select shape and image. And press Ctrl+Shift+M to mask, and to unmask use Ctrl+Shift+G. Number 15. Paste interaction in prototype mode. Sometimes we have multiple elements having same interaction or link. Use Ctrl+C for source element and use Ctrl+Alt+V for target. I'm coming with more tutorials like this. Please subscribe to get alerts, and also don't forget to like and comment below. I have given link for shortcuts in description. Thanks for watching.